last night, we proved that basically I could be the GM of the Knicks and you can pay me a lot less money than you're paying Leon Rose and everybody else to run things, right? Because I told you, hey, if I could have called James Dolan and said, hey, pay me $50,000 and I'll say an hour, even though I'd only need 3 minutes. I'll tell you who to go talk to be the Knicks head coach, right? Who did I say? Mike Brown, right? First guy I said when they fired Tibbs is Mike Brown's the guy. The offensive system, the defensive system. He's coached big markets. He's coached big superstars. He's basically done everything that Jason Kidd has done, right? He's done everything Jason Kidd has done. Mike Brown is your guy, right? Mike Brown is the guy. And we found out last night, hey, potentially the Knicks could be talking to Mike Brown. Okay, great. Then you said, hey, remember, on that first night, I said Mike Brown. You said Taylor Jenkins, right? Hey, Taylor Jenkins got to go get him, right? He's got to be the guy. Got to go talk to him, right? Okay. Shams Charania puts this out a little bit less than an hour ago. Next week, the New York Knicks are planning to meet with Taylor Jenkins and Mike Brown for their head coaching job.
Together?
These are yes. Listen, we don't want to talk to you guys separately. Maybe you guys can tag team this and coach.
You got offense, you got defense. Go.
Yeah. And now switch. Now we switch roles, right? Like it's an improv game. We're gonna do yes and. Okay, yes and I want to trade Karl Anthony Towns. Okay, Taylor Jenkins. Yes and I want to trade OG Anunoby. Okay, back to you, Mike Brown. Yes and who's OG Anunoby? Oh, all right, you stopped it there. More could come, but these are the first formal interviews for the Knicks vacancy. So now we know. We could be running the Knicks, and they listen to the show because after last night, look, we're talking to Mike Brown and Taylor Jenkins.
We do seriously. A lot of good for society. We program a lot of shows and writers. The aggregators love us. I mean, we might be the source of all of those AI-powered Yahoo Sports articles at this point. Plus, we're running the Knicks. Yeah. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Running the Knicks from 3,000 miles away, working on it not nearly as much. Because really, they fire Tibbs. Okay, who do you want? No, Mike Brown. Mike Brown, Taylor Jenkins. Right? I like Sam Cassell, who doesn't think he's going to get any interviews because he's always up and coming, but he's never on anybody's list. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. But these are the guys, right? These are the guys you should have been talking to first or waiting to reach out to. Because this ridiculous, let's go out and ask permission. And the guys you should have asked, if you're being told no, why not ask Spoelstra? Why not ask the Warriors for Steve Kerr? What are they going to tell you? Anything worse you've been told so far when you reached out to the Hawks and they told you no? And the Bulls told you no? Come on, man. It's embarrassing. The Knicks
Did they already block those numbers? Anything from a 2-1-2?
They went from a destination to now you really don't know what the hell you're doing. Now everybody knows, oh, I see you don't know what you're doing. Mike Brown and Taylor Jenkins should clearly have been at the top of the list. If you talk to Brown and Jenkins and Mike Malone, even though hiring Malone is kind of like getting Tibbs again, so that's kind of weird in the fact that he was just fired by a team and that because he lost the team. Okay, yeah, not my first choice to jump in and say I want to get in there. You know?
Yeah, same guy, just a little louder at the microphone.
Yeah, you need something a little bit. You need to make sure you change the energy, right? And this is why teams always go from a disciplinarian to a player's coach, and then you get back to a disciplinarian because eventually each of their messages wear thin, right? And it wore thin with Tibbs, and Tibbs had to There's no doubt in my mind the Knicks had to let Tibbs go, right? The players didn't want to play for him anymore. Clearly, they had gone as far as they were going to under him. He was out-coached in the playoffs. No, the Knicks had to do this. But what they should have done, and we said, look, it's okay if you take some time. It is okay. It's a big thing that just happened. We don't need to hear. Just because people are talking about it doesn't mean we need to hear that you're going forward. Let's let things settle for a little bit. Figure out the direction you want to go, because I know you had to let him go when you did because you wanted to move on. Right? We know we're not bringing him back. We're gonna rip the Band-Aid off now, and that's how we're gonna go forward. And there's no timeline. We don't need you really want your coach in by the draft, which you still have a few days for that, or at the very least by free agency, right? You had time. But instead, the Knicks panicked with this stupid ass. I honestly think the Knicks, Leon Rose, they thought, we're the Knicks. We're great, and with the first couple of teams we reach out to, we're going to poach a coach from somebody. We're going to poach a coach, right? Well, I like that. So put that on a T-shirt. Poach a coach. We are going to do it. Somebody's going to say yes because we're the bleeping Knicks and we're back. And suddenly, oh, boy, this really didn't turn out the way we thought. We thought coaches would be dying to get to the Knicks. They would stand up and say, no, free me up so I can interview at this job, and nobody is. The Coaches aren't saying anything. The teams aren't letting them do it. And this is the Knicks, right? Just sit back. Don't panic, right? Or talk to Mike Brown. Talk to Taylor Jenkins. Talk to Mike Malone, right? No reason. And bring guys back for a second. These are the guys you should be talking to, right? It's absolutely fine. And then, hey, throw stuff out there. Back channel the hell out of it where it's, hey, hey, Jason Kidd, we really would, hey, if you wanted to come here, we'd really like you, man. We'd really like you to come. And then Jason Kidd tells the Mavericks, hey, I want to go coach the Knicks. And what happens? They have to give him permission because they have to fire him anyway because you don't come back and coach a team when you say you want to leave and go coach someone else. So the Knicks completely mismanaged this from the beginning because, Knicks, but this was the way they should have done it, and these are the guys you should have been talking to in the very first place.
Well, if you love someone, you let them go. If they return, they're yours. If they don't, they never were. There you go. It sounds better in Spanish, but we'll leave that for another time because you need some cool guitar underneath. But it's the firing of Tibb was the same as the Nuggets when they fired Michael Malone, so they're tied forever at the hip of. Yeah, we know we're getting rid of you, and we don't need to know what's behind door number 2. We just got to go. And then for the Nuggets, happily they had Adelman there, and he just picks up and he'll coach next year. For the Knicks, they made that decision. The fact that it became so public with all of these dalliances, mind if I dance with your date kind of things, is not good, and it just makes you look foolish when you had. What was it, 18 different coaches or something like that with experience, some coaches of the year. I'm not even going to include Malone in that. But, go to Budenholzer and all these other guys that you don't bother to reach out and get in the pipeline. At least make those the first that you're talking to so when you are back-channeling the rest of these guys, it doesn't look as foolish. But the Knicks, you're a giant franchise. You're a power broker. You think you got everybody just because they want tickets to the Sphere, they're going to do what you want. That's the James Dolan way.
Yeah. Look, at this point, I used to be worried about the Sphere more than the Knicks. Now it's kind of equal. Now I kind of, ooh, yeah.
Because you took the tour there, right?
Yeah. Oh, man, the tour is amazing. The tour was.
Should we go see the Wizard of Oz there?
It's man. I saw the Wizard of Oz. I talked to AI robots. And I feel like, okay, they're either going to save the world or they're going to ultimately destroy us.
It's the latter. It's just
that was the best part.
When.
Look, the best part of the Sphere, the sitting in that atmosphere and watching the movie that I did, it was I can't tell. It's a bucket list thing. It is so incredibly impressive. I can't put it into words. But before you go in there, you meet AI robots who are made up and they have conversations with you and they ask you questions. They do impressions and it's
they do impressions.
They did impressions.
Is it Rich Little?
No, they would say, oh, and they would look over at someone, oh, where are you from? And they would say, oh, we're from Leeds in London. And then the robot would take a half a second, and it looks like shaped like what you think a humanoid robot would look like. And the robot says, oh. Do I sound like someone who speaks like they're from Leeds, from the district section on Canterbury Avenue, because they have all the info at their displays? Yes, you sound just like that person. Have you ever gone to the fish market on here? Yes, we go to the fish market once a week. It's oh my god, and then they're cracking jokes, then the people would leave and they would say goodbye, and she would say goodbye, see you at the fish market. And I'm going, oh wow. AI really is the best of us, or they're going to completely take over and we're going to wind up having to live underground and fighting the robots like in Terminator.
There's a song called Shipyard from The Last Ship by Sting that talks about getting on a train when you think you're going to Sunderland, but you found yourself in Leeds.